Hey athletes, now we're talking about the traditional style deadlift. Now, both ways I'm going to show you, neither of which are wrong, okay? The first way I'm going to show you the deadlift is if you're going to be doing a clean or you're a weightlifter and you're trying to activate your quadriceps a little bit more. The second way is more of a way that if your only goal is to lift as much weight possible, you can do it that way. Now, neither way is better than the other. Again, they're both for different reasons. Now, if you're looking for the faults or if you're looking for some of the problems that we see on deadlifts, check out our kettlebell deadlifting video, and I go over more of those there. This is just me showing you two different ways to pick up a bar. So, with our traditional deadlifts, we always want to approach the bar. I put my feet right under the bar, and the way I like to line up my feet, the center of my foot is usually directly under the bar. From here, I'll be bending in my knees and my hips, and what I'll do is my shoulders will come directly over the bar, and my shins will come in contact with the bar. Very little am I going to move this bar. Again, I want to make my body move around the bar so that I can have as clean of a line as possible when I'm lifting it. So let's see that. I bend at the knees, I bend at the hips, I put my shins up against the bar, I'll get set, I'll take my breath, and then I'll line up, boom. So, just like with our kettlebell deadlifting video, I have a perfect straight line. My shoulders are just slightly in front of this bar, okay? Now, what I like to do when I line up for this type of a deadlift, again, this is the one where I'm going to work my quads more. My elbows and my knees are right in the same line, okay? You can see that. My knees aren't way out in front, okay, which would make my shoulders really high. That's not what I'm trying to do here. I'm trying to be slightly bent over so that I can get as much activation back here as possible while still being able to use my quadriceps to lift this bar. And again, in order to do that, my shoulders have to be slightly forward and my elbows and knees are in line. So you saw me brace. I have my breath. All I'm going to do is drive my legs straight down. Now, notice right here is where the bar came in contact with my leg. Okay, this is something that I want to make very, very clear. The way I deadlifted this is how I would do a clean. It needs to come in contact with my leg so that when I extend, this bar can come off of my lap and come more towards my belly button so that I can pass under it. And you'll see in later videos when we talk about the clean. But that way I can extend. And you can see it's very violent at the top. And again, that violent extension and extend is allowing me to clean the bar if I were to do a clean here. So I get set and boom, it touches me before my legs are fully straightened. Now, again, that's how I would use my legs, how I would get my quadriceps into the mix. Now, let's talk about a different way. If you're looking to just deadlift the most weight, here might be the way you do it. So you line up on the bar, you get set. Now notice, I'm a little bit more bent over, okay? My ass is a little bit higher. My shoulders are much further in front of the bar now. Now again, what my goal is to lift as much weight as possible. Now, when doing a deadlift, your hamstrings can come into play quite a bit, and you'll see that the first thing to move. So before it was the bar would move before my body would. Now my body's going to move just a little bit in order to get this bar up. Now, this you can see I'm very much so bent over. At this point, my hamstrings are on like crazy. I'm still in a very nice flat back. But again, in these positions, my concern is not, can I get this bar beyond the deadlift? This is just all about lifting up as much weight as possible. And in order to do so, you need to make sure you're using as much muscle as possible. So when it touched my leg here, right about there, you can see I'm way over the bar. And from here, my posterior chain, my glutes, hamstrings, and lower back, that is the only thing that is going to bring this bar up and back by squeezing my glutes. Boom. Let's see that again. So I get tight, I'm bent way over, and I come up. Now, notice on both of these, when I come up, my back is in as straight of a line as I can, right? My back is very straight. I'm looking either straight out or straight, not necessarily down, but I'm trying to keep my neck from wrenching, because again, in no set of circumstance do I need to wrench my neck. In this way, this is how I would get more hamstrings to lift this bar, and a lot of people find success in lifting more weight by doing it this way. And extend. One more. Big breath, and extend. Again, not saying anything wrong with that. Okay, there's nothing wrong with it. You have to push through your heels a little bit more. Again, you're going to get more glute activation. If that's your goal, and your goal is to lift more weight, that might be exactly how you do it. When you see me deadlift, you'll see that this is how I do it. I'm going to brace up. I'm going to center this bar over the center of my foot. I'm going to get tight. I'm going to be tall. And you're going to see me use my quadriceps. Okay? Again, either way works. I just do it one way, and you might do it another. I'll see you next time.